Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Monday Night YouTube. What a packed show we have for you tonight. Starting off, it'll be Xavier Woods from Up, Up, Down, Down taking on Dashing Delzinski. But in our main event tonight, it'll be Chris Danger taking on Grimm's Toy Show. The winner picks the stipulation for their battle at Payback. Who will win? But here we go. We have Dashing Delzinski taking on, wait a minute, who the hell is this? Anthony Douglas coming to ringside. So these two have been battling back and forth. Delzinski, a couple weeks ago, would lose to Anthony Douglas. Delzinski would be celebrating in the ring, showing off his good looks. He would be bragging, so to speak, being in the ring, flaunting the looks that he has. And Anthony Douglas would run back into the ring, hit a finisher out of nowhere for the 1, 2, 3. The very next week, Delzinski would steal a victory over Anthony Douglas via a roll-up pin. So it'll be very interesting to see tonight. Will some things happen? As Xavier Woods, coming off a loss last week, he would be facing Chris Danger in the main event last week when Grimm's Toy Show would get involved. And by doing so, unfortunately, Xavier Woods caught Danger in the sky and got taken out. So he did get the primetime match last week in the main event. Tonight he's facing Dashing Delzinski, trying to make a name for himself. So far their tag team hasn't really done much, as Up, Up, Down, Down is looking to be in the tag team title picture, whether they're going to be able to or not. Another cheap shot from Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods being held down here. And Xavier Woods trying to steal one via roll-up pin. This would be a pretty big win over Dashing Delzinski, as Delzinski with a reversal, trying to also take one via roll-up pin, is not able to do it. So Xavier Woods and his tag team partner, Kofi Kingston and Big E, in the stable that they're in, kind of making a name for themselves here on YouTube. Up, Up, Down, Down, specifically with him and Kofi, have done very well for themselves. Current champion Gore and Perkins would put out a message that they are open to any and all title challengers. They do need to find a number one contender to face them at WWE Payback, coming up here in just 2 weeks' time. So we'll have to see who will be the number one contenders. But so far, Dashing Delzinski in control of Xavier Woods here, as Dashing Delzinski desperately needs a win, especially with Anthony Douglas ringside. You want to send a message, as Xavier Woods trying to steal another one via roll-up pin from a backslide. One, and he breaks out at one. That wasn't a backslide, excuse me. As Xavier Woods throwing him up against the ropes. And what is Xavier Woods setting up for? Xavier Woods throwing Dashing Delzinski off the ropes, catches him from behind, and a big slam down to the mat goes Dashing Delzinski, as Xavier Woods is in control of this match, as Xavier Woods is looking for it. He's getting styling and profiling, dropping down, a shot to the face. This could very well be it. As what is Xavier Woods doing? Xavier Woods picking up middle of the ring. He's taking time to taunt. I don't know if you want to do this. Just hit the big move. And Dashing Delzinski, he basically pulled it Dashing right there, taking time to gloat, and it backfired. And now Dashing Delzinski trying to make a move. Why we're fully saying his name, we don't know. We just try to be thorough here, as he fakes him out, and then a shot to the face. The boot, just the bottom of the boot, the sole, grinding across the face of Xavier Woods. I don't know if that's a sign of disrespect, but he's dragging in the middle of the ring right now. Delzinski, fall away slam from Xavier as he goes flying back into the corner. So far, Anthony Douglas just sitting kind of mum on the ringside. He's just sitting there, not really doing anything, as it would have been nice to have been able to get some words with him, but he refuses to put a headset on as Delzinski throws Xavier Woods in the corner. But wait a minute, what the hell's going on? Xavier's got laid out in the corner. Douglas is trying to make words with Delzinski. Delzinski's going out to have some words, and this is what we've been waiting for. Delzinski, Douglas. So far, it's 1-1. Xavier Woods from behind. Xavier Woods with a shot to the face from the distraction from Anthony Douglas, and Anthony Douglas taking time to clap. Not happy with that cheeky victory last week that he got the roll-up pin that Delzinski was able to steal. So Anthony Douglas tonight coming in with a distraction. As I don't think it's going to matter, though. Delzinski pops up out of nowhere, but no, out of nowhere, eat defeat from Xavier Woods. And there it is, 1, 2, 3. So thanks to the distraction from Anthony Douglas, Dashing Delzinski continues to slide What a way to drop a loss. Xavier Woods last week was affected by the interference and would take a loss. This week, Xavier Woods up, down, down, gets a victory. What is to come? And we've just been informed that, wow, next week there will be a #1 contenders match for the tag team titles. And I don't know if you can believe it, but Dashing Delzinski and Anthony Douglas are going to have to try to get along as they'll face up, down, down. The winner gets Goran Perkins at WWE Payback. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming the #1 most subscribed YouTuber of all time.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from London, England, the Webmaster.
Well, this superstar has all the tools needed to win this one. Now let's see if he can put them together. Expecting plenty of highlight reel material in this one.
Woo, 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 you know it.
And approaching the ring from Long Island, New York, weighing in at 214 pounds, Zack Ryder.
You can feel the intensity level inside the arena rising. You made a smart choice tuning in for this one,
So
folks.
here we go in what's being dubbed the Battle of the Bros. Next week, it'll be a 6-man over-the-top battle royale to crown the new #1 contender for Jackson Montgomery's title. Last week, Tubby was not able to overcome him thanks to some help from the dummies. Well, now, Tubby Emu, KSI, Max Smasher, PewDiePie, Zack Ryder, and Tubby Dummy will get an opportunity to face Jackson Montgomery at WWE Payback. So here we go, the Battle of the Bros. Woo, woo, woo. You know it, bro. And Mr. Brofist himself, PewDiePie. A lot of people are surprised with PewDiePie's debut here. And they're wondering, why is PewDiePie getting an opportunity already at Jackson Montgomery's title? Now, granted, he does have to enter a battle royale with 5 other men. You have to go in with 5 other superstars to possibly notch your claim. So the chances of him winning are pretty much slim to none, as PewDiePie just kind of making a vanity showing here in YouTube universe mode as the #1 most subscribed person of all time, as Zack Ryder would love to shut him down, as his show got canceled. It got nixed from WWE. What a show it was. Z True Long Island Story. Z3, man, I love that show. And WWE went and killed it. So far, these guys trading some shots back and forth, as PewDiePie has gone to wrestling school. So when you see him out here in the ring, it's not completely helpless. PewDiePie has gone and trained, and he trained with legendary Hall of Famer. I just was going to make up a name there, and I didn't have one on the tongue. But he has been trained, so it's not like this is just some out-of-left-field thing. PewDiePie has secretly been a wrestler deep down. PewDiePie, for the longest time, knew what he wanted to be, and it was never the biggest YouTuber of all time. It was to be a wrestler, to be the champion. As that's also been Zack Ryder's goal. Zack Ryder turning to YouTube to try and get himself over would succeed. He would go on to win the United States title from Dolph Ziggler, and capturing it a couple years ago, the crowd would go absolutely nuts, but since then, he has not done much. As PewDiePie, look at the bro fist, dropping down, fist to the face. So when he says, pound you later, bros, is look at PewDiePie. PewDiePie really showing some knowledge and understanding of wrestling here, as they are definitely going back and forth. Zack Ryder, middle of the ring, going to plant him with that suplex. So as I was saying, you have Zack Ryder, who basically got himself over. You have PewDiePie, who went from nothing to become the biggest YouTuber of all time. These were guys that had nothing before YouTube. They turned to YouTube, and look what happened. They became superstars. Now, one could argue that Zack Ryder was already a star before I can't even talk right now. As you can see, these guys, it's a tremendous occasion right now. Is the True Long Island Story. When you think about that and how he basically got himself over, when you think about PewDiePie originally started with Call of Duty videos, now is wrestling in front of the millions and millions of YouTube fans. 40-some plus million to be exact. Meanwhile, you got Zack Ryder over here trying to get his name relevant again. I'm more surprised that Zack Ryder is in the 6-man over-the-top battle royale than I am PewDiePie being in it. PewDiePie using that name recognition, because just like in WWE, you got to bring in the old guys, the Hall of Famers, the big names to draw some attractions, and that's exactly what PewDiePie is. PewDiePie equals ratings. I think that's what his manager pitched, is he's looking to use some brass knuckles. He was looking to cheat a little bit there. I don't think Zack Ryder was expecting it, looking to use those brass knuckles, and out of nowhere, he misses again. And Zack Ryder stops it. So if PewDiePie nails Zack Ryder with those, I don't think that's something Zack Ryder would ever be expecting, as nobody knows what PewDiePie can do. Nobody knows what PewDiePie is capable of. You've never seen his moveset. There's no way to prepare for him. You think you're just coming out here against a guy who's trying to show off and get in the wrestling ring, and here you find out he's got wrestling experience. What do you do if you're Zack Ryder right now? I mean, I would be completely thrown off my game if I thought I was going out and I had a pretty easy squash match, and then you have PewDiePie popping up out of nowhere. Look at the ability, the prowess, the wrestling knowledge from PewDiePie. As PewDiePie going off the ropes. Oh, there it is, looking for the elbow. Elbow! He's stealing the moves. The bro fist elbow. That'll be it. One. No, Zack Ryder. No selling PewDiePie right now. PewDiePie can't believe it. He's like, bro, what the hell are you doing? Zack Ryder's like, you're not going to overcome me. You're not going to outshine me. Woo, woo, woo. Is Zack Ryder throwing PewDiePie over the top rope, bringing him back in. Suplex. Zack Ryder stalling. Fall away suplex, middle of the ring. This is what Zack Ryder needs to do. He just needs to end PewDiePie here. Make a name for himself going into the 6-man over-the-top battle royale, because he really hasn't done much, and this is where, what's he looking to do? Zack Ryder, what the hell is Zack Ryder looking to do? Is Zack Ryder looking to murder PewDiePie right now? Zack, don't do this. Zack, don't do this. Zack Ryder with a suplex to the outside, and down goes PewDiePie. I don't know if Zack Ryder's out here trying to kill the man, but this man from the top of a suplex, a man with, he does have wrestling training, but there is very little padding on the outside there. For PewDiePie to land on his back and take that bump, holy respect for PewDiePie, as Zack Ryder looking to end it right now. Woo, woo, woo. And here it is. Zack Ryder throwing PewDiePie off the ropes. He's catching him. He's going to plant him face first on the knee, the upper midsection there, the chest, the abdominal region, as Zack Ryder looking to finish off PewDiePie, putting him in the corner. Can he be looking for it? Is he looking for the broski boot? Here it is, bro fist, meet broski boot, as Zack Ryder's got him in the corner. Woo, woo, woo. You know it. Broski boot to the face of PewDiePie, and this could be it. Zack Ryder could be getting the victory, as PewDiePie is planted. All you got to do, come on, bro. Pick him up. But no, PewDiePie. I don't think anybody expected this. PewDiePie out of nowhere catches him. Zack Ryder with a reversal. Zack Ryder snapping him down to the mat. This could be it. Zack Ryder, what are you doing? Zack Ryder picking up PewDiePie, snapping him down right in the middle of the ring. What's PewDiePie looking for? As PewDiePie's on the ground. PewDiePie trying to dig around for something there. I'm not sure what he was trying to do, as Zack Ryder capitalized. But PewDiePie's got something. PewDiePie with a reversal. PewDiePie middle of the ring. Zack Ryder fighting back. This is a lot better than I thought it was. And out of nowhere, the Rough Rider. Zack Ryder has hit the Rough Rider out of nowhere. And there it is. Thanks for coming, PewDiePie. As PewDiePie kicks out. What the hell did we just... Zack Ryder. What? PewDiePie just kicked out of a Rough Rider from Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder is losing his mind right now. Zack Ryder cannot believe what's going on. But wait a minute. He gets caught with a suplex. He gets caught. He gets reversed. PewDiePie dragging him to the center of the ring. No, please God, no. Don't do this. Not like this. PewDiePie. He's looking for it. I'm not going to believe my eyes if he hits this right now. PewDiePie. And he hits the bro fist elbow. And there it is. He kicked out of a Rough Rider. PewDiePie, no, not like that. PewDiePie has beat Zack Ryder here on Monday Night YouTube. So, wow, PewDiePie. Wow, going into the 6-man battle royale. I think you're going to want to watch out for him. But next up, here we go. These two have been... they've been trading some blows as Max Smasher and Mr. 9 to 5. It was last week. Mr. 9 to 5 would leave Max Smasher in the middle of the ring, and Gore and Perkins would decimate them. It seems like tag teams that are just thrown together trying to beat Gore and Perkins haven't had the best of luck. So best of luck to Anthony Douglas and Delzinski. I try to combine their names right there and make Dougzinski is what I think I tried to do. They try to throw them together as a tag team. Unfortunately, Mr. 9 to 5 remembered when Max Smasher beat him the week before, and would cost him the match. So when you thought you might have had number one contenders, Mr. 9 to 5 said the titles, they don't mean anything to him. Respect does, and taking out the likes of SGU was what he wanted to do. And you have to admit, Mr. 9 to 5 has got to be a little pissed off. Last week he ditched him, so to reward SGU for it, he put him in the Battle Royale next week to possibly become the number one contender for Jackson Montgomery, a.k.a. CM Puma's YouTube World Heavyweight title. Mr. 9 to 5 cannot be happy about the fact that Max Smasher gets that opportunity instead of him. If I'm Mr. 9 to 5, I've got to be upset. You know, you have a showing against a guy as Max Smasher gets taken down there with a huge clothesline. You have to imagine that he's upset. He's pissed off. He thinks he deserves the opportunity. 9 to 5 wants to come out here and show, because this isn't his only job. He goes into work 9 to 5, and this is his extracurricular activity. So not only is he working full-time, he's coming out here every single day to entertain the fans and make a name for himself. So none of these other wrestlers are working that full-time job. Wrestling is their full-time job. 9 to 5 does it all. He works 9 to 5, and then he comes in here to the wrestling ring to beat some ass. You better hope it's not an afternoon show, because 9 to 5 can't make it. Face first off the turnbuckle as Max Smasher taken down 9 to 5 to the mat. As Max Smasher himself, you can see he's a little bit more height. He's a little bit more of an eccentric superstar here in YouTube. And you have to admit, some of his dance moves, some of the way he takes himself a little less seriously, as he knows he's good. Former collegiate wrestler, All-American. As you can see, 9 to 5 going running after him, tries to escape, going to top rope, and Smasher would stop it there. A former All-American wrestler himself, Smasher, has been known to dance a little too much. You've seen his moves. His dance moves aren't the best. His wife never was too impressed with him. As Mrs. Smasher, just imagine after getting smashed, you're getting dancing around. What did I just say? Yeah, that's right. When Max Smasher beats somebody, it's called getting smashed. As 9 to 5, middle of the ring now. 9 to 5 looking to plant him with a move, and Max Smasher says, I don't think so, with a reversal. So down goes 9 to 5 to the mat. Now Max Smasher looking for a move. Max Smasher looking for this. After he hit this last week, would hit a finisher, and then it was over. This could very well be it. Max Smasher looking for the victory. 1. And no, 9 to 5 kicks out, not even before a count of 1, sending a message to Max Smasher. As Max trying to take down 9 to 5, trying to stay on top of him, try to keep him grounded here. As Max Smasher throwing over 9 to 5 over the top rope. As where are you going? Matt getting out of the ring now. Stalking him, says something to the fan. He's waiting for him to get up. Max Smasher finally over there, looking to do some damage. Mr. 9 to 5 says, I don't think so. 9 to 5 reverses it. And Mr. 9 to 5, is he looking for this? He's looking for this on the outside. There's very little padding out here. The jackhammer on the outside. Very little padding as 9 to 5 taking time to celebrate. As you got to get back in the ring. The referee is at a count of 4 right now, going on 5 as Mr. 9 to 5 throwing Max Smasher face first off of that steel ring post, and 9 to 5 now picking him up. 9 to 5 with his finisher right in front of the YouTube logo. Mr. 9 to 5 says, number 1 contend that, bitch. So 9 to 5, the week before Max Smasher has his biggest opportunity of a lifetime to face for the WWE 2K World Heavyweight Championship. He gets planted on the outside, and there is your winner, Mr. 9 to 5, sending a message to Max Smasher. So 9 to 5 didn't get his opportunity for the title next week, but is Max Smasher going to be ready after taking a beating on the outside? Finisher planning on that padding. What shape is he going to be in next week for that number 1 contender battle royale? So here we go. This has been heated. Yet to step in the ring. These two, every time they start to have a fight, things get out of control. Weapons, chairs, things on the outside happen. We have yet to actually have this match that was supposed to happen at Extreme Rules last month. KSI would pull out last minute. Angry Grandpa is pissed, and since he beat the shit out of KSI week 1, last week KSI got his revenge, and Angry Grandpa is pissed. The chair was used against him last week as he went flying into one. As now Angry Grandpa's got a chair. Angry Grandpa, you can't do this. This is not a no disqualification match. And Angry Grandpa with a chair shot to the head of KSI. And that'll be it. But at WWE Payback, they will go to a last man standing match. Angry Grandpa taking on KSI. All right, here we go. Tonight's main event. This will decide the stipulation for WWE Payback. Chris Danger versus Grimm's Toy Show. Grimm's Toy Show lost the title at Extreme Rules. His outcomes. Chris Danger, but wait a minute. Grimm's Toy Show. He's not even going to wait for this match to officially get started. He's coming out laying haymakers on Chris Danger, flicking him off, beating him up on this stage. As Grimm's Toy Show sending a message to Chris Danger. This isn't a disqualification because the match hasn't even started yet. Grimm's Toy Show trying to take an advantage here to just beat the hell out of Chris Danger. We don't even have a referee out here yet. This is perfectly legal. There's nothing that's stopping Grimm right now. If Chris Danger not able to answer the counter, get in the ring, maybe we'll never even get the match. And Grimm will automatically get a pick. The stipulation, but Danger now. Out of nowhere, Hurricane Rana taking him down. Grimm's Toy Show and Chris Danger battling out on the stage, but Grimm's Toy Show with a reversal. Grimm now trying to bring him more towards the ring, and Chris is having none of it. Step up enziguri. A sling blade. Chris Danger trying to pay back Grimm's Toy Show for the beatdown before the match, and he gets hit with a clothesline. There is no padding whatsoever. That is pure steel on that ramp right there. As Grimm, what are you doing? Grimm's Toy Show looking under the ring, and he's got a sledgehammer. My God. Don't use this. He's got a sledgehammer in his hand, and Chris Danger stops him. Luckily, he stops him, and now Chris Danger fighting back. Chris Danger trying to, oh no. Well, that's not going to last long. As Chris Danger getting smashed off of that ring post, planted right in front of the crowd, and Grimm said he's it. He's going to break him. He's going to destroy Chris Danger right now. But Chris fighting. Chris trying to stay out of this, and I think it's too much. It's too much here as Grimm had the upper hand on Chris Danger, but what is he looking to do? Grimm, you can't beat the man for a title if he can't even stand as Grimm's Toy Show. Grimm, by God, Grimm through the barricade. Grimm's Toy Show has put Chris Danger through the barricade. As you can see, look at the body, the spine, just getting blasted through that barricade. As what is Grimm? Grimm, don't do this, Grimm. Grimm is peeling off of the table. Grimm, you've already taken out Chris. Just throw him in the ring and start the damn match. It's over, Grimm. Grimm, please, you don't have to do this. Chris Danger laid out and helpless. Getting smashed into that table. He's motionless right now. Chris Danger cannot move. As Grimm's Toy Show on the outside, picking him up. Nails the power bomb on the monitor. By God, Chris Danger has been murdered. Chris Danger thrown through a barricade, and Grimm's not done. Grimm, don't you please, Grimm, do not do this. Grimm's Toy Show. Oh, this is what happens when you piss off Grimm and Chris Danger right now through a barricade. Planted on a monitor. Now through the announce table, down goes Chris Danger. So Grimm's Toy Show 100% sending a message to him. Just, Grimm, get in the ring. Take the 10 count. Chris cannot answer it right now. There you go. Referee, just start the count. Referee, start the damn match. Wait a minute, where's Grimm going? All right, Grimm is leaving. So luckily, Grimm is leaving, and Chris, stay down. Chris Danger is telling him to come back. Chris Danger wants more. Chris, you crazy son of a bitch, you. Chris Danger said he wants more. He was calling Grimm out for running away. This has got to be the stupidest act of desperation I've ever seen in my life. Chris Danger, all you had to do was stay down. What are you doing? As Grimm's Toy Show, please, Grimm, just stop. I don't think he meant it. I think Chris Danger has got a concussion right now. Chris Danger is not able to to function right now is Chris Danger just getting thrown around the ring. Smashed into the ring right there. And oh, no, Grim, don't do it again. Grim again on the outside. Grim. Powerbomb again, and his head hit off with a steel step. So again, concussion. Flicks him off. Grim telling him to stay down, and Grim is finally leaving. So what'll happen to the stipulation, though? What happens now? Wait, no, Chris, what do you do, Chris? Chris is still getting up. I have no words to describe this right now. Chris Danger will not stay down, and Grim's Toy Show is pissed off. Chris Danger trying to fight back. This crazy son of a bitch. Chris Danger will not go down without a fight. You have to give it to Chris here as Grim's Toy Show. This is an absolute destruction. No, not again. Not another barricade. Grim's Toy Show again through another barricade. Chris Danger. This man is not even going to make it to Payback. This man is getting absolutely demolished right now. What are you doing, Chris? Just stay down. The stipulation cannot mean this much to him as Grim finally getting in the ring and telling the referee to count the damn match. But I don't think the match has officially ever started. So the match has not started. So the referee cannot even start out a 10 count here. He has to get Chris Danger, or Chris Danger has to get back in the match. And I think Grim is just now realizing that as he's taking time to gloat, that he has to get him back into the ring before this match can even get started. As Grim throwing off Chris Danger. He's just trying to sucker him back in, and there he is. He suckers Chris Danger back in, and referee finally rings the bell. But wait a minute, Chris Danger! Chris Danger! Chris Danger, where is this coming from? The referee finally rings the bell, and Chris Danger looking for a comeback. If Chris Danger does this, I have no words to describe what I'm witnessing right now. The heart and the passion from Chris Danger firing back. And Grim shuts it down, and Grim says, I don't think so. So the referee finally started the match. Chris Danger's gotten thrown off a steel ring post, put through 2 barricades, F5 through the announce table, 3 jackknives, and now he's going for a swing in Grim's Toy Show, middle of the ring. This will be it. All Chris Danger had to do is stay out of the way. He could have went in fresh to Payback, but now going into Payback, he got the absolute shit beat out of him. And since the match has started, there it is. 1, 2, 3. Your winner and the man that gets to pick the stipulation for the WWE Payback rematch. Him. He will be looking. That's the man right there. Look at this. Grim's Toy Show just murdering Chris Danger. Chris Danger F5 through the table, but he would not stay down. He would keep getting up and up and up, and finally it was too much. And Grim telling the referee to back the fuck up. So what will the stipulation be? What will Grim pick? We're going to find out next week as they head in to WWE Payback. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.